Dr. Ashish Jha is with us at the table this morning. He's a dean of Brown University School of Public Health. I came up to you. It's good to see you because I was saying, you have a bottom half. so used to, we're so glad that you're here at the table. You always bring a very calm and reassuring voice. So help us unpack all of this. You know, I hear many experts saying we've turned a corner. Delta's going down. The rates are going down. The end is near. Do you believe that too?
Well, I do think we've turned the corner. There's no doubt about that in my mind as I look at the data. We still have a lot of Americans getting sick and dying every day, 100,000 infections, 1,500 Americans dying every day. So the end is not necessarily near. It'll get nearer much faster if more people get vaccinated. But I think the worst is behind us. We still have some rocky days ahead.
Rocky days? Go ahead, Nate.
No, speaking of those vaccinations, we're hearing about these kids ages 5 to 11. How soon will that happen?
Yeah, I'm hoping really soon. I have a 9-year-old, and I'm hoping he's going to get his first shot by Halloween. So, look, we're going to find out in the next couple of weeks from the FDA, and my hope is with that authorization, 5 to 11-year-olds should be able to get vaccinated pretty quickly thereafter.
You say we've already turned the corner. So if these mandates go through for 100 million American workers and younger children are getting vaccinated, with the corner turn already, plus those two things, where are we when you look ahead?
Yeah, that's what makes me optimistic. Now, we still have the fall and winter to get through, and especially in the northern half of the country, it gets colder. People are spending more time indoors. So we might see little spikes, little bumps in cases. New England, which is very well vaccinated, I think is going to do okay. Midwest, Great Plains states, a lot of places with low vaccination rates, I'm more worried.
How soon can you imagine a time when we're not wearing masks indoors and restrictions in most places at most times are just gone?
Well, we're starting to see it a little bit already. Places like San Francisco that have very high vaccination rates, they're starting to already peel back some of those mask mandates. I think that's great. Certainly by early next year, it all depends on how good a job we do on getting people vaccinated, kids vaccinated and adults.
And it always boils down to that, getting people vaccinated. Holidays coming up, there's a lot of friction already in families. Do you think it's okay for and I'm not taking the kids out of the equation, you think it's okay for vaccinated and non-vaccinated adults to be together over the holidays? You know,
Gayle, I hate to say this, I don't think it's great. I'm not doing it. The issue is unvaccinated people, especially with Delta out there, are a real risk. They're risks to themselves. They can cause breakthrough infections in vaccinated people. So I think people just need to get vaccinated, and I think gatherings should be all vaccinated if at all possible.
We are exhausted by all of this. Have we learned any lessons to plan for things in the future?
That's a great question. Look, we're going to have more pandemics. We are
going to have more pandemics.
And we do not want to go through what we just went through the last 18 months. There's so much we can do, and we've got to get working on preventing this kind of an outcome. I think we can. We know what to do to prevent pandemics. We know what to do to how to manage them more effectively. We've got to go get those things implemented.
It seems like we do collectively. Do you believe the government is prepared
that's the question.
to handle another pandemic?
That's a
Our
really
representatives.
Well, what's been really frustrating to me in this is how much we have turned this into a political football.
Yes.
Like, what do we know? We know that you need to have lots of testing available. We know that you got to get vaccines developed and people have to get vaccinated. We know that for a short period of time, you have to wear masks if it's a respiratory virus. These are things that we can do in the future as long as we don't turn this into a political football. I think, we do know and we can do it.
It is a political football, though. It is.
Yeah, well, let's score touchdowns and not throw interceptions.
I love that.
Look at that.
Love that.
I appreciate you always coming with the valuable information that we need.